All right, so you're just in time for another eBay unboxing. And what is in here today? This is an antique item, and I have my restoration gloves on. Now, a lot of people can afford to buy antiques straight up in perfect condition, and I can't. So what I'm left to do is buy things that are like pretty toasty and try to fix them up and hope and pray that my very limited restoration uh, experience can get these things looking pretty good and as if it was made 100 years ago. So let's see what we got here. We got an antique pocket watch fob chain and made out of human hair. And a lot of you are probably puking by now, but then again, hair was very fashionable. And it started being very popular as jewelry in the 1700s, waned in popularity, and then during the time of Queen Victoria's reign, it really got popular because when Queen Victoria's beloved Albert died, she actually used a lock of his hair, and everybody followed what Queen Victoria did, and she actually had it in a locket around her neck, and then hair jewelry became very, very popular again. Up until about, I'd say, about the 1920s, maybe, but most popular, you'll find pieces from the 1860s till about circa 1900, 1910. This is, again, this is a pocket watch fob charm chain. And so a man would have had like a piece of jewelry hanging from here. And on the top, probably a toggle to go in the buttonhole. And something would dangle down here. And his pocket watch would also dangle. Now, this is missing the toggle piece, I believe, on the top. Actually, I think it went this way because we see that there was once a charm hanging from there. And this is broken. You can see the hair is busted and has come loose from the little metal mounting. I'm going to glue it and place it back in there. I'm going to add a locket dangling down from here and put a toggle on the top. Now, this is probably not what it was supposed to look like, but let's try to figure out what this would have looked like over 100 years ago. So let's go to the cutaway screen. Right now we're going into the Wayback Machine, antique hair pocket watch fob chain, and I'm going to try to find you an example. Now most of them came like this, by the way. They came with like almost like these rope chains, and a lot of people that come across antiques actually think that these are necklaces or bracelets, and they're not. They're pocket watch chain, and like they had little charms, by the way, pocket watch fob chains. And I'm trying to find one like mine, and as you can see, it's very hard to find one that's similar to that style. This one is made out of metal. And here's another one. Wow, $205. It's made out of brass. Here's another one, but it's made out of metal. But it's very similar to my style. And as you can see, it would have had a chain dangling down the side with like a little piece to clip your pocket watch on. That I can't replicate. I can buy a piece like from a throwaway pocket watch, but I'm not going to spend $205. I'd have to find a really toasty one on eBay. But for now, we're going to just do something that's similar. So let's try to find one that's similar to that with the hair and see what it should have looked like. And we're going to really go down the Wayback Machine over here. Here we go. I think this one has hair. Yes, it does. Let's go on the site and check it out. And here we go. So trying to figure out what it's supposed to look like is very hard. Nope, this is actually made out of material. And you can see that it's like a ribbon. Okay, let's continue to look. Okay, so as you can see, some of these pocket watch chains had something called a T-bar. And but the one that I have would need a clip. And I don't have that. I have T-bars, replica T-bars, and I don't have a chain that would dangle down would actually, I think they call these dog clips. So what I am going to do for now is just add a T-bar on the top. And what I'm going to do is have like a little locket dangling from the bottom part of it. And I'm going to glue the piece back in. Trying to find an exact replica of that one made out of hair is very, very hard, very daunting to find that. But they're out there. And I'm determined to show you one. So hang in there for 1 second. Okay, I'm going crazy searching for an example to show you guys. They're always around when I don't need them, but nonetheless, we're going to just do our own thing, and we'll see how it comes out. As you can see, they had them in all different like designs. This one, I believe, is probably from the very beginning of the 20th century, probably about anywhere between 1900 to about 1915. Now, we need to have a period piece charm hanging from it, so I'll show it to you. Okay, so here's the pendant I'm going to use. And this is Anna Held, famous dancer from the Ziegfeld Follies. And I always get that word wrong. Ziegfeld, I used to always call it Ziegfeld. And this is an actual photograph of Anna, circa 1915. You look at the back, we have a chunk of glass. I don't know if you can see that. A big chunk of glass. And the photo is on a tintype hidden behind the chunk of glass, just so you can actually see it through the window. And that's of period with the pocket watch that's made out of hair that I have. The one that I have that's made out of hair was a design that was more popular around 1900 to about 1920. So let's get that rocking and rolling, and let's see what it looks like after it's all together as one. All right, so before I show you the pocket watch, here is Anna Held, and I've never seen a locket with her photo on it like mine. Mine is the first of its kind that I've ever seen. And again, Anna Held, she was a famous dancer for the Ziegfeld Follies. She's actually the one that started it. She married Ziegfeld and actually urged him to start up this amazing, like, famous dance routine with a bunch of dancers that traveled, and especially in New York City. Anna Held was from Warsaw, and she fled actually Poland because of the anti-Semitism that was going on there. She got her first appearance in London in 1896, and she went on into like the 20s. Now, Ziegfeld was a real bastard from what I read. He was going with all the dancers behind her back. They broke up. He even married some of the other dancers. So she went through hell, but she actually invented herself and became like known all over the world as a beauty and a dancer. She had an uninhibited style that was it actually inspired a lot of women to want to be like her. And she ended up dying very young in her 40s from some kind of I believe pleurisy of the lungs, but they actually believe it was from the corsets that she wore that sucked in her waist to give her that waif-like look. A lot of women actually did some internal damage to their organs from these whalebone corsets, and they actually crushed women's internal organs just to look skinny and beautiful and waif-like. A lot of women ended up doing major damage to their bodies, and that's quite interesting. Here's Anna again, and my picture is dated 1915. So is that locket. So there we go. All right, let's put it together and see what we can come up with. Okay, so it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I'm missing the dog clip and the long chain that would go on the top that would attach to the pocket watch. So for now, I put a toggle, and it's a replica antique toggle. And the problem is that if you wanted to buy a replica dog chain, or I mean dog clip with a little chain and a toggle for antique pocket watch, they're about $40. So I'm gonna have to find a burner piece, an actual antique pocket watch fob and chain that's toast for under $20 to use it for parts. And there you go though. For now, we have Anna Held on a locket attached to the pocket watch fob chain. And yeah, that's actually pretty cool. For a while, I had no place to put this locket. And I always wanted to attach it to something that was antique. And there we go. Now we have something. So this was actually $15 on eBay. A good buy, although not the best buy. This I probably couldn't get probably $50 for it if I tried to sell it, because it's missing the pieces and this is an add-on. So there you go. Once again, thanks for watching another one of my restorations. And I hope to see you guys all soon. So long.